All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Orlando Wizards. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Steele. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action with Haskins. And he slings one that's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Darius Geis out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Haskins will throw, and he finds McLaurin. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Pilot, 64, weak. Record. Here we go, 50, Mike 50.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Check.
22 jet bomber. Yo, cheetah. Fire.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
50's the mic. Hey, here we go. 50's the mic. Watch the pass.
Now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
The mic, boys, 52. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
Greystone, travel.
Slam.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Hodges.
I think it's okay that they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Topper!
Tighten up. Tighten up.
Let go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Let's go now. 10-2 soft.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
X3. 218. Chop.
New Mike 52. Mike 52. All day, baby. All day. All day. All day.
Hey. High 7. Ready.
Back to throw. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On 2nd and 15 now. Haskins, he's got his running back, Darius Geis. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. Set. Go to base. Alert. 3 out.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Check 49. 61. Matchbox lights.
Hey, Mike 52. Blue down.
Protein spill.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Choose the mic. Defense wins championships, baby. Joker, 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 joker.
Blue draw Corkers.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
18 Gator.
Check, 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 check.
6'6", bullet high.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Hey, Wahoo!
52. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Yep.
52.
Hey, orbit.
52's the mic.
Lee Griffin.
Second and 4. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right side. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. 3 down. 3 down.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. James has got it. Complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The Redskins with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check safety. Check safety. Go Trey. Bill. 58 is the mic. Go 58. 58's the mic. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
On second down, here's Haskins. Able to find his running back, Geis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to go up top for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 26-yard line.
Now! Hey, Delta!
52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Come off the ball.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
34. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
You got three down, three down.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
First down, Washington.
Hey, you got three down.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Haskins, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 7. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Hey,
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Check. Watch safety creep.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
No. Check 26. Watch the safety creep.
Look at me. Go. Go.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Shift. Go.
Now a handoff looking right. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
That's
a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Back. Go. Ready.
It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets them a 1st down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
He'll drop to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Jonathan Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Let's get this. Let's get this.
Bravo.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, Mike, 50.
They'll set up a throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
Okay, ready?
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Wide, get wide. X3, 218, chop it.
52. You ain't going no
Smooth.
52's the mic.
Hey.
52's the mic. Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
My 52. Get it.
They'll throw now on the final play. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach. Report.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Coaching spell.
Check. Lucky. Undercross.
Roll out.
They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the twist. Check 43. Check nickel.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Blue draw Parker. Five.
3rd and 9.
Look at me. Zipper.
52's the mic.
5.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. James now to return. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Second down, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Go. Go. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash.
Haskins on 3rd down. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Haskins now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The Redskins send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
They're on the 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Let's get the ball. No.
6'6", pull it high.
Mike 50, huh? All day, every day, any day. Hey.
Echo.
50's the mic, 50's the mic.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
Let's go, boys.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Come on, set.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Set.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Mike 50.
Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. Hey, watch this. Let's go.
Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Let's go. 30 base.
You're not ready.
80 weapon.
Watch out. Alert flare. Kill.
Hey, Sam off. Lee Griffin.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It'll give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10.
Check 25.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Welcome back live to Orlando. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Redskins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Geis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
10 low way. Trickstone travel.
Check 37, check 37.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Five two is the mic. Mike's 5'2", Mike 5'2".
Hey, Charlie.
No.
Topper.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Hey, alert 3.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Tight dog.
Kill.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Showing it. Shit.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Watch twins. Watch
61, matchbox lights.
Check 13, check 13.
Hey, seam 6.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Pick it up.
Protein spill.
Hey. Mike's 50.
Now they try the right side here. Able to slither by. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards that time at a Washington first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can...
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Third down, here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And it is incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Set, 8, read.
In your face.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Switch. Jim. Check 3.
5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Hey, Alpha.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
Yeah. You don't want none.
Go.
I got it.
Go.
Check 52's the mic. Check 50.
Check.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That's it, baby.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They go play action with Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. 3 down. Go. Trump.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. Wide open receiver complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Check. Motion out of the backfield.
Now Haskins to throw it. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Washington.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
You see it right here? That's right. We can't be stopped.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the home team here, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.